Coming up on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, how an investigation into a stolen vehicle could lead to more criminal charges as officers were led to a home in Kennewick. And there's a new District 12 champion in Richland. We'll tell you about the game with its multiple lead changes. Plus, you may be seeing red, white, and green in downtown Kennewick. We'll tell you about how some community members are sharing their heritage.
Yeah, we've got sunshine with a few clouds, some breezy winds, and some changes headed your way weather-wise as we get into the weekend. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Wendy Redman. Austin is off tonight. The Port of Kennewick is pausing part of its Vista Field development after high levels of forever chemicals were found in the soil. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert has more on what this might mean for some projects happening at Vista Field.
Vista Fields is a mixed-use development in Kennewick. It's currently in Phase 1 with 3 retail developers already building on site. The port, which has been selling parcels of the site, passed an environmental inspection back in 2014. But last month, a private environmental report detected PFAS, or forever chemicals, a substance commonly found in firefighting foam and nonstick products. The discovery prompted the port to pause work on parking lots and utilities while further testing moves forward. Port officials say chemicals were found near what used to be the old runway.
There's still portions of the runway there, but yeah, there was. It's been a regular runway, the main runway, and then there was a crosswind runway, another arm of that runway that came through. And this area that's where the testing was found was under asphalt that has been out there since, in the 40s. So,
Inglima says the testing was done on a private sector lot that was under construction.
and they did some testing, and they notified us that they had found some levels in their testing on their private lot that exceeded some of the limits that were established by ecology. And because we had a clean record of EIS earlier, but they weren't tested for the PFAS.
While further environmental testing is done, the port hopes that the PFAs are isolated only to a small area. Now, until a full environmental report is given back to the port, it is unclear as to when construction will resume.
We will be looking at testing through other areas in Phase 1 so that we can better understand whether, again, if there's more areas of concentration or if it's limited to this one area.
Locals, including contractors like Connor, say these kinds of project delays can be hard to work around.
It's a tough situation for companies when they get held up on projects because, one, it ruins your schedule, which, can mess up other projects.
Inglima says the port is taking every step to do its due diligence now that PFAS are officially on the state's hazardous list.
Said back when we did the original EIS, PFAS wasn't even on the ecology's list, and so it wasn't something we sampled for. So now that we know that it is on the list and it's interested, ecology's interested, we're going to do our due diligence.
While some construction is temporarily on hold, the port says safety is the top priority moving forward. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
More soil testing is scheduled for later this month, with results expected by the end of the summer. Well, it was another day of hot weather, but get ready to dial it up a bit. Just how hot are we talking and when? Apple Valley News Now, Stacy Lee joins us now with a first look at your forecast. Stacy.
Hey, Wendy. Yep, it's going to be dialing up, as we said. 91 right now, Dust Devil Stadium. They're getting ready, doing a little practice before the big game. Humidity at 26%. Now, yesterday it felt very muggy out. That humidity, at least on my home monitor, said 44%, so it felt really icky out. So a little bit lower humidity. That comes into play with fire danger, but we'll get there. Partly cloudy, breezy, but a nice night overall. You should be in the upper 80s, low 90s as the game gets started and finishing off in the 80s. We're at 91 degrees right now, Hanford, Tri-Cities, 89 Hermiston, 84 in Yakima. It's been a little bit breezy, especially in Ellensburg and Yakima, as well as the Columbia River Gorge. Winds are starting to move this way, and they'll be picking up as the night moves on. 70s, 80s, 90s at 6, 70s and 80s at 8, 60s and 70s at 10. So very warm, as you can see. Great day for the pool. Warm night, breezy winds. Warming trend begins tomorrow. Triple digits by Sunday. Hot and dry all next week. We see no rain at all in the forecast. So I'll break down what you have to look forward to next week coming up here in just a few minutes. Wendy?
Stacy, the Kennewick Police Department says they just made 5 arrests after an investigation into a stolen vehicle out of Hermiston. Detectives say this all began at the end of June. That's when the vehicle was believed to have been stored at a home on the 3300 block of West 10th Avenue in Kennewick. Today, detectives executed a search warrant there. The multi-agency effort was aided by the Tri-Cities Regional SWAT team and a KDP drone. KDP says the vehicle was found and more than 20 people were detained. We're told 5 arrests were made for outstanding warrants. Those names you see right there on your screen. More criminal charges are expected as the investigation continues. In another case, the Kennewick Police Department says they made an arrest after a series of business break-ins last year, and they figured it out thanks to DNA evidence. Detectives, in coordination with the Department of Corrections, arrested 44-year-old Adon Chapa of Pasco. They believe he is linked to at least 4 commercial burglaries from September of last year. Officials say in each case, the suspect tampered with power meters to cut electricity and then got in either through windows or doors. Several break-ins involved the theft of cash. In one case, investigators say they discovered a headlamp dropped at the scene, which provided key DNA evidence that helped solve the case. We're told video footage from multiple locations also helped connect Chapa to the crimes. He is now facing multiple burglary charges. A Prosser woman is safe tonight and a suspect in custody after deputies and a concerned citizen acted quickly. Deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office say the woman called 911 after her ex-boyfriend showed up intoxicated, tried to break in, and smashed her phone during her 911 call. He took off before officers arrived. Officials say a nearby citizen spotted him running toward a car with people inside and notified deputies. They say the suspect was found hiding in the vehicle's back seat. He was arrested and taken to the Benton County Jail. He now faces charges including residential burglary and interference with the reporting of domestic violence. Downtown Kennewick is about to turn red, white, and green. Italian Day is this Saturday, and local shops have been cooking up something special all week long. Vendors will pack inside the Layered Cake Artistry store from 10 a.m. through 7 p.m., including smokin' boar sausages, coffee by Tony Chiodo, and Italian groceries from Leon. Plus, you'll see themed specials and decorations at businesses all over the downtown area.
Italian Day was kind of our way of bringing a little piece of our heritage and our culture to the Tri-Cities. My family on both sides come from Italy, and I grew up in a pretty traditional Italian family with traditional Italian food, and this is my way of getting to share a little piece of that with everybody here.
From handmade meatballs and Sicilian pizza bread to sweet treats like cannoli and tiramisu. That's my favorite. It's a full day of Italian flavors, music, and fun. Just follow the red, white, and green balloons and join in. Again, Italian Day is Saturday from 10 to 7 in downtown Kennewick. Well, today, the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin counties announced their celebrity keynote speaker for this fall's Dinner with Friends event. The event is set for October 30th at the Three Rivers Convention Center and raises nearly $500,000 each year to support local Boys and Girls Club programs. Past speakers have included KJ Wright, Mario Lopez, and Shaun White. This year, the headliner is former Seahawks star and Super Bowl champ Jermaine Kearse, a UW grad and a Boys and Girls Club alum himself. So far, sponsors have helped raise more than $130,000 for this event.
We've watched his career from afar. He seems like an awesome person. He grew up in the Boys and Girls Club. He's going to have a great message for our community and help us further our goal of raising money to help local kids.
Well, if you'd like to learn more about this event, it's easy. Just head on over to applevalleynewsnow.com. On the sports beat now, the Richland and National Little League 12U team is your new District 12 champion, coming out on top in a thrilling 9-7 victory over their crosstown rivals and friends at Greater Richland. That's right, it all came down to the final outs, and players say their hearts were just pounding as they held on to that slim lead. The game actually saw multiple lead changes, but the Richland National team stayed focused, crediting their teamwork and dugout energy for helping them finish strong. But the work for the boys isn't over just yet. Now they get ready to play for a state championship.
I say keeping that focus up, giving maximum effort, and bringing our teammates up. That's what's going to make us be the one on top and succeed.
A big congratulations out to both teams for an incredible game, and best of luck to the Richland National as they head to Hazel Dell for the state tournament Friday. The C3 Slam starts Friday in Richland and wraps up on Sunday. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable dives deeper into this event, which is expected to bring in roughly 4,000 people.
With about 250 teams scheduled to participate, the Richland C3 Slam group is really hoping this is going to be a slam dunk of a tournament.
All age groups are guaranteed a minimum of 3 games, and younger age groups will play a round-robin style of tournament that can see them play even more.
Right, nobody wants to play 2 games and have to go home, right? And so they end up playing a round robin and sometimes have 6 to 8 games in one day. So they were getting a lot of playing time.
As for the brackets themselves, there is a recreational and competitive bracket, as well as certain grade level brackets for younger participants. Starting at high school age and over is when height starts to become a factor.
Everything is done by grade level up to 8th grade, and then afterwards, high school is whether you are 6 foot and over or whether you are 6 foot and under. It doesn't matter what grade you're in, it's by height.
Basketball is not the only reason this tournament is put together, however. The funds from the registration fee helps Dr. James Gozek provide cataract surgery for people overseas.
We were looking for a viable fundraiser, a sustainable fundraiser to help him go over and remove those cataracts, which only costs $50 per person. So we are able to say with our registration fee, you are not only playing a 3-on-3 tournament, but for every $50 you paid in your registration fee, you just gave somebody their sight back.
The C3 Slam started in 2016 and has since given 25,000 people their sight back. They look to add to that total with this year's tournament. In Richland, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Well, the 3-day event will take place at John Dam Plaza, with George Washington Way being closed from Knight Street to Newton Street. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, meteorologist Josh Culbreth joins us with part 2 of his exclusive investigation following the aftermath of the Trump administration's federal budget cuts. Tonight, we focus on its impact on fighting wildfires. You won't want to miss it. And you won't want to miss Stacy's full First Alert weather forecast. She'll have that when we return.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Should we push the timeline?
Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
The Honda Summer Event is here at McCurley Honda, and so are the two hottest hybrids on the road. Right now, it's all about saving money, so why not do that with two of the most fuel-efficient vehicles out there? Lease a 2025 CR-V Hybrid or Civic Hybrid with payments that fit your summer budget. Built with pride, many Honda vehicles are made right here in America. The Honda Summer Event at McCurley Honda, your way home.
Don't you hate that dirty old hose? It kinks, splits, and it always leaks. And it's way too heavy to carry around. It's time to get the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead. Just turn on the water and watch it grow to a full-size hose. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the new Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees. Just connect to the spigot and watch it pivot. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking back to a pocket-size hose. And it makes it easy to carry and put away. Call or go online now to get the Superlight 25-foot Pocket Hose Copperhead today for only $29.99. Order right now and get our 10-pattern thumb drive spray nozzle free. Simply use your thumb to turn it on or off. There is a strict limit of 3 per order, so don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-957-5184 or visit getcopperhead.com. So call 1-800-957-5184 or visit getcopperhead.com. Order now.
Max Extra, Dexter resurrected in New York.
You really like serial killers.
Inside his TV return with Uma Thurman and Peter Dinklage as the new blood. Max Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather.
Welcome back, everybody. During the past several months, we've reported on cuts at government agencies. Yesterday, we talked about the impact at the National Weather Service. Tonight, meteorologist Josh Culbreth continues his investigation on how those cuts could make fighting wildfires harder as we are in wildfire season.
Thomas Kyle Millward, the wildfire communications manager for the Department of Washington Natural Resources, says there's a lack of understanding from the federal government about state and federal partnerships in response to wildfires, especially when it comes to understanding the roles within the agency.
If someone was to go through a line item budget, they're going to see someone with a job title like forest conservationist, and they're not going to immediately assume, oh, this person is a wildland firefighter support staff member, and that person may get cut.
In addition to the DOGE cuts to personnel, the U.S. Forest Service can expect a decrease in funding as well. The House Agriculture Committee, which oversees the U.S. Forest Service, could see cuts of $230 billion. Thomas says the combination of funding and personnel cuts will end up directly impacting the support structure, like the role of the forest conservationist, around the wildland firefighter, and that is not a model for success.
There is very real concern at my agency level that, even once we look past the seasonal firefighter deficit potential, the very real possibility that the Forest Service won't be able to adequately support their suppression efforts due to the fact that so many support staff, that militia model, that ready reserve, those personnel members, are just simply potentially not employed.
Well, I first started working on the story months back when these cuts were first announced in February. Fast forward a few more weeks. At the beginning of March, I talked to Thomas with Washington DNR. He said he didn't know what was going to happen with the Forest Service. Now, fast forward a few months after that, now that we're on the cusp of fire season, he still doesn't know what's going to happen with the Forest Service.
It's not just the ecological concerns over the proposed cuts. There could also be impacts to our local economy right here in our region. Paul Tabion has family and friends that work in forestry and fire prevention services. He says people in those jobs also provide a boost to our economy.
Those are good paying jobs that people need when they're transitioning between college. Several firefighters I know were coming to go into college. Those are the kind of careers that really help fill in the gaps in our economy, but more importantly, help safeguard our land from not just rampant fires.
Republican Congressman Dan Newhouse represents the 4th Washington District. While he hasn't always agreed with the Trump administration on the issues, he is voting for these proposed cuts.
When I asked for comment on the cuts to the Forest Service and the National Weather Service, he declined to answer, but his team sent me a statement. A strong, well-trained federal workforce is essential to our weather preparedness and wildfire response. I've communicated to the Trump administration that there should be a more nuanced approach to personnel and funding cuts. On his website, the congressman has a lengthy message he wrote back on March 3rd concerning cuts to federal agencies by DOGE. He says he wants to rein in spending and that DOGE can identify how to use taxpayer dollars to build on what is working in our government. We'll have a link to the full message at applevalleyNewsNow.com, but an interesting part to point out reads, it is vital that an entity like DOGE work closely with Congress and not default to a one-size-fits-all sledgehammer approach across the agencies. Thomas says Commissioner of Public Lands Dave Upthegrove says the DNR will take on a bigger role as needed this fire season, since there has been a lack of information from the federal government. And how will the DNR tackle the extra work? By depending on mutual aid agreements with other states as far away as Texas and North Carolina.
There's definitely some serious concern from my agency that the feds will not be able to field the same amount of seasonal firefighters that they fielded last year. And that definitely impacts things like response times and response capability when it comes to suppression.
Thomas says mutual aid response is not a new thing, but it may need to be relied on much more than usual. While the concern is still very real among people like Thomas and Tabayon, Thomas says the agency is going to give everything it has to keep people and their property safe.
That was meteorologist Josh Culbreth. No one from the top of the NWS to the regional office was willing to speak on camera to discuss the layoffs on the record. So how we will be affected by potential cuts or layoffs when it comes to severe weather or wildfires is unfortunately unknown. For more on this story, just visit applevalleyNewsNow.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's dive into that weather forecast. You see a shaky camera in Yakima right now, Bimart Skycam on top of a Tandem Ridge. It's been a little breezy there this afternoon. Sustained winds at 18 miles per hour, but gusting higher than that. Our humidity at 31%, 84 degrees though. Probably feeling pretty comfortable compared to the last earlier in the week, I should say. Temperatures coming into the Columbia Basin are warmer, 89, 91, 92. Foothills of the Blues sitting in the 80s. So a fairly comfortable night. Now temperatures are back on the rise. Beginning tomorrow. You'll really feel it on Saturday and Sunday. First alert weather day due to triple digits. Once again, heat is an issue for sure. 94 tomorrow. We're looking at possibly 103 on Sunday, and then triple digits could return by the middle to end of next week. Now, speaking of the weather, a lot of folks are going to be at C3 Slam in Richland. It's going to be hot out there for the folks setting up tomorrow. Drink lots of water. Participants on Saturday and Sunday, very, very hot. So definitely want to take care of yourself in those kind of conditions. Ridge of high pressure, that one moved out behind that cold front, and we've got another ridge that's going to start moving in with a nice warm front coming down the pipe. Let's talk about those gusts and winds as we've been looking at them increasing tonight in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. We'll see those winds starting to pick up here in the Columbia Basin a little bit later tonight. As we jump into Friday, a little bit breezy to start the morning, but winds will decrease as the day goes on, and I haven't seen 4-mile-an-hour gusts in quite a while for Ellensburg. So a little bit of break from the winds for part of the day. Then as the day moves on, we'll see those winds picking back up from the northwest at 30 miles an hour, 25 in Yakima, much lighter as you come down the gorge and into the Columbia Basin, foothills of the Blues. So no winds to worry about overnight. Temperatures tonight, 50s and 60s, so a nice little cool down. They don't stay here long, but definitely a little bit cooler than we've been seeing the last couple of nights. And speaking of night, tonight's full moon. It's the buck moon, full buck moon, officially full today at 1:37. Decent visibility. There are a few clouds out there, but it'll be full. You'll be able to start seeing that moonrise at 9:22. So check that out. Get some photos. Here's what the cloud cover's looking like. Again, a few clouds, but still pretty good visibility. Here's your 7-day planner: 94, 98, 102. First alert weather day. We stay in the 90s next week and potentially back to the triple digits. Here's what it looks like in Yakima. Also first alert weather day as those Those temperatures sitting at 101 for this Sunday, 90s for the rest of the week. Ellensburg, gusty winds. You'll have a little bit of a break tomorrow, but then those winds will pick up again Saturday and Sunday with breezy winds on Monday. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla. Lots of sunshine, very hot. First alert weather day once again on Sunday. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated out there and try to wear that sunscreen. I was thinking of all the basketball hoops players this weekend. That's hot. They're on the asphalt, and you know what I mean? So got to drink lots of water and cover yourself in sunscreen.
It's going to be pretty rough.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, make them short games, right? Just
quick.
Just score high real quick and get out, right?
There you go.
That's the plan, I think. All right, well, coming up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, we'll tell you about an unusual break-in and what instincts helped the homeowner lead them out.
Something big is coming to Wild Horse Resort and Casino. He's elusive, he's famous, and there's a $120,000 Bigfoot bounty out for him this July and August. Spin the prize wheel for cash, free play, or the Bigfoot Bounty Progressive that increases each spin until it's won every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then on July 26th, one of 3 lucky Bigfoot trackers takes home $15,000 in cash. Come catch Bigfoot. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, celebrating 3 decades of fun.
For decades, CG Public House has been known for fresh, chef-inspired meals and seasonal specialty menus. When the weather's right, enjoy patio dining with dog-friendly amenities that make everyone feel welcome. Pair your favorite dishes with handcrafted cocktails and premium local wines for the perfect dining experience. Don't miss the Pendleton Beef Prime Rib, served every Friday and Saturday. And be sure to finish with a slice of our famous homemade pie. Join us to make CG Public House your favorite dine-out.
Hi, I'm pulmonologist Dr. Jamie Rutland. Did you know we take 20,000 breaths a day? And when we inhale, we invite all the contaminants in the room into our airways? Indoor air quality can be 5 to even 100 times worse than outdoors. Meet the Air Doctor. It's your prescription for clean air and the only hospital-grade air purifier equipped with advanced Ultra HEPA filters proven to improve your indoor air quality and overall health. I can confidently tell you that if it's in your air, it's in your body. Check this out. This would have been in your lungs.
And now you can breathe better with this exclusive TV-only offer. Save 40% now on your hospital-grade Air Doctor.
What makes Air Doctor hospital-grade? Well, it's a triple filtration, including an Ultra HEPA filter that removes virtually 100% of the smallest and most dangerous contaminants down to 0.003 microns, including mold spores, pollen, smoke, pet dander, even bacteria and viruses that make you sick. That's 100 times smaller filtration than ordinary HEPA purifiers. That means you can breathe easy, knowing your family can get relief from allergies and asthma and reduce airborne diseases.
Look what the Air Doctor trapped. I wouldn't want my kids breathing this in.
Air Doctor takes the guesswork out of clean air. A pre-filter captures large particles. The carbon filter removes smelly odors, dangerous gases, and harmful volatile organic compounds. The Ultra HEPA filter captures microscopic contaminants, even bacteria and viruses. And the Air Doctor smart sensors measure pollutants, automatically adjusting the filtration.
It's pulling the pollutants out, it's pulling the allergens out, it's even pulling the toxic chemicals that our cleaning products leave behind.
Call or go to tryair-doctor40.com now. Get 40% off our best-selling air purifier. Plus, every Air Doctor comes complete with our 30-day Breathe Better money-back guarantee.
Call 1-800-351-8597. That's 1-800-351-8597. Call now.
Well, check this out. What do you do when a large deer is trapped inside your house and can't get out? Well, for one New Jersey homeowner, the answer was clear. The homeowner woke up to a ruckus when he thought a burglar was breaking into his Medford home. What he found, though, was that confused and clattering buck you saw there stuck in his living room. Not knowing exactly what to do, he drew on his own experience of handling his pet goat. He grabbed the deer by its antlers, dragging it outside where it was able to flee to freedom. An unusual rescue in suburban Cincinnati, Ohio, after a boy skipped the traditional way of winning a prize from a claw machine. Surveillance video caught the moment the boy managed to climb inside a stuffed animal claw machine at a community center this week. Take a look. The child can be seen peering into the prize door before shimmying inside. You see his feet there. Volunteers seemed to see those child's legs sticking out of the door before he climbed all the way inside and became trapped. Moments later, employees unplugged the machine, rolled it to a nearby store. Crews eventually opened the back of it and freed the child. According to a police report, he was not injured. Wow. Well, still ahead in our 6:30 half hour, our very own Natalie Keller was in Moxie after the Yakima Nation finalized the purchase of 180 acres.
The Yakima Nation says that it has some big goals for this piece of land. Find out what they are later.
This newscast sponsored by Walker's Furniture and Mattress.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next-level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Due to recent supply chain delays and clearance items stacking up in the warehouse, this week all Walker's Furniture locations are having an emergency inventory liquidation sale where you can save up to 70% on all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
New inventory is on the way, so we're clearing space and passing the savings on to you. Plus, special 5-year financing was brought in where you can save now and pay over time with no minimum purchase required.
During the inventory reduction sale this week at Walker's.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
At US Cellular, we created an event to celebrate our customers, like Luana here, called Us Days.
Yeah, they give us special rewards and exclusive deals and everything. It almost feels like we're part of a cool club together.
Sure does.
Slide Connect. Woo, woo, woo. Hug, shake.
Us Days just got bigger. All customers get a free phone with no trade-in.
Home isn't just a place. It's how you feel on the way there. At Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities, dream days are here, and so is your moment to move up to first-class comfort. Premium doesn't have to mean overpriced. Experience the 2025 GLS with low 1.99% financing, because extraordinary should never be out of reach. Bold, confident, unmistakably Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities, your way home.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
And right here in the Northwest. Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
Good morning, Northwest and GMA. The #1 way to start your day.
Good morning, Northwest.
Apple Valley News Now is Pasco,
Yakima,
Umatilla,
West Richland,
Prosser.
Apple Valley News Now is Union Gap,
Kennewick,
Natchez,
Sela.
Apple Valley News Now is Toppenish,
Tri-Cities,
Villa,
Walla Walla,
Ellensburg.
From the blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. Leading the way with local news you trust. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, there's a new fire chief in Grandview. We'll tell you about his history with the fire department. Plus, mourners lined the streets in Idaho. We'll show you how the community came together for the celebration of life. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Well, thanks for staying with us. Let's go ahead and begin this half hour with a check of the weather on this warm Thursday night. Apple Valley News Now, Stacy Lee joins us with a first look at your forecast. And Stacy, I understand you're tracking some triples.
That's right. Those triple digits are coming back, but enjoy the 80s and 90s that we've had so far today. Right now, 91, Dust Devil Stadium. They're getting the field ready for the big game. The humidity at 26%. Our feels like temp is 88 and our sunset at 8:48. So a great night for some Dust Devil baseball. Temperatures will be in the the low 90s to 80s for most of the game. So get out and enjoy Dust Devils versus Aqua Sox. Game time 7:05. Temperatures right now 80s and 90s through the region. We're already down to 79 in Ellensburg. Staying pretty warm here in Tri-Cities and Hanford. We've also been tracking some breezy and gusty winds, and we're seeing that. We're seeing them start to move more to the east, and we'll see winds picking up. Here's what it looks like this evening: 7, 70s and 80s, 9, 60s, 70s and 80s, and by 11, most of us in the 60s and 70s. So warm, breezy night. Warming trend begins tomorrow. We'll see those triple digits coming back on Sunday, and then we stay hot and dry all next week. I'll tell you what else to expect coming up. Wendy?
All right, Stacy, continuing coverage now. The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department and members of the community gathered today to pay their respects to 2 fallen firefighters. At about 10 o'clock this morning, mourners lined the route of the funeral procession, which started at the English Funeral Home and ended at the Hagedon Event Center. The 2-day celebration of life honors John Morrison today, while tomorrow's service honors Frank Harwood. Officials say the 2 firefighters were killed during an ambush while responding to a grass fire on the evening of June 29th. A memorial fund has been set up to help support the families of the fallen. You can find that link on applevalleynewsnow.com. Last month, the Yakima Nation finalized the purchase of a 180-acre piece of land in Moxie. Apple Valley News Now's Natalie Keller tells us what the tribe plans to do with it.
Yakima Nation Tribal Council members Christopher and Casey McWallahee are walking through a piece of land known as Frog's Home. For the last 180 years, it's been used for agriculture. Now, the tribe has purchased the land and reclaimed a piece of its history along the way.
We have historical ties to this land, and we have our own teachings and legends that coincide with this area, with this flow of water. So it has a great interest with our people.
The land went on the market in 2022. With the help of a land trust organization called Forterra, the tribe was able to get the land off the market in 2023 and officially closed the deal in May. Noah Oliver, a cultural geographer and geoarchaeologist with the tribe, says the land is ecologically significant. It's home to a number of plant and animal species, and Oliver hopes future conservation efforts will help protect their habitat.
We don't want to bash agriculture, but I do think that this particular property and its importance, that we understand it for the health of our ecosystem, is really important to protect and to steward in a different way.
The tribe sees preserving the land as a long-term investment.
This isn't our land. You know, we're just taking care of it until the next generation is here, so that way they can, do the same.
The tribe says that it's looking into potentially purchasing other pieces of land in the future. From Moxie, Natalie Keller, Apple Valley News Now.
The Yakima Nation also says it wants to thank all the partners who made the purchase possible. Well, get ready for the first Red, White, and Barbecue celebration. The City of Grandview, Finn Styles Company, and the Pacific Northwest Music Association are all teaming up to host this event. It's set to start at 10 o'clock Saturday morning on the Grandview Fairgrounds. There will be a variety of activities for people of all ages, like concerts, a beer garden, a car meet, kid games, a vendor marketplace, and a DJ. The event coordinator for Finn Styles Company says it's all about connecting with the community.
It's a sense of community that since the pandemic, everybody's really trying to find again. And that's really the purpose of this event, is that we get to come together and just remember what it's like whenever we all come out of our homes, out of our backyards, and come together and just celebrate with each other. And so that's really the goal of this.
The event is free, including their jalapeno eating competition. That sounds like a spicy one. And also dog fashion show. I'd love to see that. But we were told a cornhole tournament does have a fee, but the winner there gets a prize. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, we have much more to tell you about, including Stacy coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast. Stay with us.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
I'm Susan Alatrico. I don't advocate for any other professional than Mr. Breck. Over the years, I've come to know him as trustworthy, competent, and respected by his opponents. Don't trust your case with providers or representatives who do not have a wealth of experience.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At Neurostim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. Mike Sports at the Homeland Field.
How about you two?
Mud bath.
Get 0% APR financing with 0 down and 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Apple Valley News Now viewer Alan Rither of Richland.
We really appreciate Apple Valley News Now being on the air. It's more a part of our community.
We love hearing from viewers. Email comments at applevalleynewsnow.com.
I'm Susan Alatrico. I don't advocate for any other professional than Mr. Breck. Over the years, I've come to know him as trustworthy, competent, and respected by his opponents. Don't trust your case with providers or representatives who do not have a wealth of experience.
The city of Grandview is celebrating its new fire chief, but Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia says this chief is far from a stranger to the community.
The new fire chief for the city of Grandview, George Sines, says he's lived and grown in Grandview his whole life, and he's been a part of the Grandview Fire Department for about 3 decades. Sines says after seeing a fire crew in action, he knew he wanted in on the job.
I heard somebody fall. I go out to the street, and there was an elderly woman that had fallen on some ice, and the fire department came out. I did what I could while emergency responders came, and I liked what I saw. I wanted to be a part of that system, and I made some inquiries, and in 1997, I became a volunteer for the Grandview Fire Department.
Despite his experience, Saenz says this new leadership role was a surprise.
It was a very surreal moment. Super excited about the opportunity. This Grandview Fire Department has huge potential. I've worked with all these guys for the, I've been working with and help and training with all these volunteers that are on the department.
His passion for helping others helped fuel his firefighting career.
Those are things that have always been instilled in me to want to help others, and that's what's kept me going all these years. Is that that opportunity to be able to help people in their time of need, and people just to help, make a difference and make somebody's day a little bit easier for them.
Throughout his journey, Saenz says there has been some tough calls.
In a community the size of ours, that you know a lot of people, you're related to a lot of people in a small community like this, and there are times when you do respond to people that you know, and it becomes a personal thing when you respond and have to do the job still and continue through and do that stuff.
Saenz says talking to others helps him suit up after a hard shift.
A lot of times, many of the times that we've had difficult calls is just after the call, decompressing, talking about the situation, talking with my peers about it has often been the first step in getting through a difficult type of call.
Saenz says he's going to hone in on the team's firefighting skills and try to help reduce response times. Saenz says one of his goals now that he's chief is to replace some of the aging equipment at the station. Reporting in Grandview, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we'll take a live look outside on our Yakima Fed Skycam here in Kennewick. 91 degrees, nice evening out there. Humidity pleasant at 26%, winds at 9 miles an hour, but we're seeing those breezes start to pick up through the region, and they'll continue to pick up a little bit later on. Temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to the 80s and the low 90s right now throughout the area. All right, let's check our temperature trend. We're going to be on our way back up to those triple digits on Sunday, as you can see, and we're going to stay pretty warm. Average temp in Yakima this time of year, 89 degrees. Average for Tri-Cities this time of year, 92 degrees. So we are staying above the average and going to those triple digits again on Sunday and potentially in the middle of next week. Big event in the Tri-Cities this weekend, C3 Slam. A lot of folks are going to be playing out on that hot asphalt. 94 for the folks setting up tomorrow. Stay hydrated. 98 and 102 for the participants. So it's going to be a hot one out in Richland this weekend. Ridge of high pressure moving out behind the cold front. A stronger ridge is going to start moving into the area, and the warm front as well, and that will start bringing us that hot conditions on the way. Let's talk about our gusty winds. We're going to see those picking up a little bit tonight in the Tri-Cities, staying breezy in Ellensburg and Yakima. Things will start to calm down for most of our areas. A little breezy to start the morning with, but as the day progresses, most of the winds, at least from Sunnyside forward, will be much calmer. However, we're going to see those winds picking up in Ellensburg and in Yakima tomorrow afternoon between 2 p.m. on Friday through 5 a.m. on Saturday. Most of us will enjoy light winds to no winds. Tonight, we'll see our temperatures dropping down into the 50s and 60s. Not bad. A few clouds lingering around, and the full moon is tonight. They call it the full buck moon. It was exactly full at 1:37 this afternoon. Moonrise at 9:22. So do check that out. Get some pictures. Send them in. As far as cloud cover goes, we have a few clouds, but should be some decent viewing out there. 94 to 98 to 102 on Sunday. Breezy winds, first alert weather day due to the heat on Sunday. Yakima also seeing triple digits on Sunday. Nice warm temperatures and lots of sunshine going forward. No chances of rain. Ellensburg, you're going to have a breezy day tomorrow, but a gustier, windier day on both Saturday and Sunday, with those temperatures staying in the 90s for the next 7 days. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla. Also mostly the 90s, but we hit those triple digits on Sunday, with a potential on Thursday, 105. It's a little far out to say that, but we could potentially be into another heat wave as we get into the middle and end of next week. 102 in Hermiston Sunday, 94, 99. So just, yeah, hot Summer weather is here. It's July. Are we to the middle yet? Almost to the middle, right?
Yeah, we're right about, you're getting close. You know, when we see temperatures like 105 there, it really kind of puts the 90s in perspective, doesn't it?
Right, yeah. And you can feel the difference.
It's still really hot, but yeah, you can definitely feel that difference.
You can feel the difference even though it was 90 today compared to a couple days ago.
Yeah. I mean, sauna versus oven, I'm not really sure, but
there you go.
All right, well, coming up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6:30, the Benton Franklin Humane Society turned 59. We'll tell you how their guests celebrated.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Not being able to see up close can be frustrating. Trying to view your mail, enjoy your favorite book, or even read a prescription bottle can be impossible. Introducing Eye Candy, the sweet new way to see everything bigger, brighter, and better than ever before. And now may be your last chance to get one before they're gone. Fun in design, Eye Candy is no toy. This lightweight, easy-to-hold magnifier utilizes an optical-grade lens that enlarges print by 300%. Yes, 300%.
Eye Candy is really a step above the rest. The magnification is fantastic.
Embedded in Eye Candy's frame are 12 anti-glare LED lights that dramatically help increase clarity. It's a flashlight and magnifier in one.
Even with my reading glasses, I'd still have a problem with the small print. With Eye Candy, everything is bright and clear.
Lightweight and portable, Eye Candy is ideal for extended periods of reading or when you're on the go.
I use Eye Candy when I go out to dinner. Reading the menu? So much easier, especially in the dim light.
Zooming in on your electronic devices only lets you see a small portion of your message or pictures. With Eye Candy, you can see it all.
I showed it to my husband and it strangely disappeared. I purchased 2 more. We keep one in the kitchen, one in the garage, and one in the car.
Read recipes, prescription bottles, or nutritional information, and never miss the fine print. Order now to get your Eye Candy for only $19.99. But wait, there's breaking news. Eye Candy may be discontinued. Due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, Eye Candy is shutting down and stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 Eye Candies per order while supplies last. You still have time to get your very own Eye Candy, but you must act fast. Once the current inventory is gone, it's gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-941-3546. That's 1-800-941-3546. Or visit tryeyecandy.com. So call 1-800-941-3546 now.
A dry spring has resulted in an early wildfire season.
Apple Valley News Now reminds you when you're out this summer to obey all fire restrictions. There's more information about preventing wildfires at applevalleynewsnow.com.
It's up to all of us to help prevent wildfires.
Next, ET, our exclusive with James Corden, plotting a Hollywood comeback.
I love America.
Plus, a Big Brother and Amazing Race first.
To spill the tea? To spill the ET with me.
Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Benton Franklin Humane Society is turning 59, and they hosted an event open to the public and pets. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz shows us how guests celebrated.
The Benton Franklin Humane Society has been finding Tri-Cities pets new homes since the 1960s, and today marks a major milestone for the Kennewick-based center, their 59th birthday.
We're lucky. 59 years is a lot of years, established in 1966. So what better thing to do than celebrate with some ice cream in the middle of the summer?
The Humane Society offers plenty of resources, including adoption, emergency pet rescue, and a food bank. In their near 6 decades in the Tri-Cities, the center is a 5-time recipient of the American Humane Association's Standard of Excellence Award. In honor of their birthday, the shelter is finding plenty of ways to celebrate. And don't worry, our furry friends will get to join in on the fun too.
So we have put out a table of goodies here in the shelter lobby for our human clients and friends, but the amazing thing is this afternoon, the Thundercats ice cream truck is going to be rolling into the parking lot to service all of our cats and dogs with a special frozen treat.
Benton Franklin is open for adoption, viewing, and food bank services each Tuesday through Sunday from 11 to 4. The Humane Society has been seeing high numbers of adoptions and hopes to continue the trend going forward.
All of our animals here are lovely, amazing animals, but people should know that when they adopt, that there's a 3-3-3 rule, which is kind of, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. And so we would love for every animal just to leave here and just integrate right into your home, but you have to give them a little space and time.
The center is not at capacity, but has plenty of cats and dogs looking for a new home. Reporting in Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
If you'd like to support the Pets Up for Adoption, the Humane Society accepts food, toys, and supplies during regular business hours. All right, and Stacy is coming back with a final look at your forecast.
And your reason to smile. You don't want to miss that. It's coming up.